So Becky, we're very lucky to help us through our veteran series. We've got an expert here. This is Julianne.
Hi.
Julianne is the founder of the Veteran Horse Society.
That's right.
So Julianne, tell us a little bit about the Veteran Horse Society.
Okay, we founded it in 2001. And then in 2002, I bought a farm for the rehabilitation of older horses, and then the showing series developed. And then luckily we had Olympia. So it all really came from my old horse who was 40. And nobody would...
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's impressive.
He was still ridden at 40 and he was still showing, but he'd only do little light work. And then he got a sponsorship with Animal Intex. And that was going back when showing series was all done by photograph. So I decided to take this with Super Sulfatax to take it into a live show, which we did, and that's when the showing series really developed.
Amazing, and it's really blossomed, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gone from strength to strength, which is really great.
When I think veteran horse, I straight away think veteran showing. So, and you are the expert when it comes to this, so how do we get into it?
Well, it's really, really easy to do. You obviously look for your local qualifier or a veteran class to start with, and just go out and experience a Veteran Horse Society qualifier or a veteran class.
Now, so this sounds quite high-tech to me, so, but do you have to register with anybody, or can you literally just go ahead and enter?
No, just literally go ahead and enter.
So what are you looking for in a veteran?
Right, so it's suppleness according to age, which is a really important one. It's obviously...
So very difficult to judge then, from the judge's point of view.
Yeah, of course it is. So you've got to judge a 15-year-old against a 25-year-old, but then they've got their own age sections. So it's quite in depth, obviously. It's quite difficult to explain in sort of in the series today on the separation. But we do mark in different age sections. So today we've got a diamond with us, which is the black horse, and then we've got a pre-veteran, which is the palomino. So they're two completely opposite ends of the scale, but both of them will be marked on their age and condition according to age. So it's suppleness, and turnout is a very big mark. And of course, if you have a groom coming in with you, they're marked as well. So you can lose a huge amount of marks on turnout.
How are they marked? They marked
on their turnout.
On their turnout.
Yeah, on their turnout. So there's a lot to learn, but it's to get started. Just go along to a veteran class and see about the feedback from the judge. That's the most important thing.
And where can we find where those shows are on? Where do we look?
Okay, so the Veteran Horse Society website, at the beginning of the year, will have a list of shows which is continually added to all year, and they will have the affiliated shows for the area, which is the first round, and then you have a regional final, which is the second round, which leads to the national championships, which is where everybody's aiming to go. But you can actually go there unqualified anyway, so you can just enter.
So the first port of call is to go to the VHS website.
Yep.
Look at what shows are on.
Yep.
Maybe go and find one to go on foot to go and watch.
Yeah,
first.
that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then find one to enter.
Yep.
And then
give it a go.
And then basically just wear what you would normally wear for a normal showing
Yeah.
class. And then in the actual class, what happens? Is there a show or?
Yeah, what they'll do is they'll go round and they'll do a go round all together, and then they'll do a set individual show. And that is basically, the first stages you won't need a groom. But by the time you get to the second stages, you'll have more of an idea what's expected of you. So that's when your groom comes in, and that's when they're stripped, and then they have to run them up in hand, and then the top two horses go through to the Supreme Finals.
We've also got an in-hand horse here.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about what classes you can enter
In hand? Yeah, certainly. Right, so obviously in-hands range from shires right down to miniature horses. So we have an in-hand section as well as a ridden. So the in-hand always is separate from the ridden classes. It's exactly the same, except you don't need a groom. So exactly the same, the turnout, age and condition, and so forth. So, I mean, our overall Supreme is an in-hand horse. So it's just as competitive and just as much fun as the ridden for the in-hand. And it also gives the much older ones that still maybe can't be ridden anymore. They can come out, but they're happy to be travelled. So, yeah, so again, the judge is looking for exactly the same as they would with the ridden, except they can't canter.
So talking of which, we've got our two ridden horses coming past here. So why are these guys so good?
Okay, so you've got Penny who's side saddle, and that is elegance in itself, obviously. She's a junior, which is sort of a little bit more different as well. The pony is very, very good. She's actually got EMS as well, which makes her even harder to feed and keep in good condition.
She looks amazing then, doesn't she?
She does. She's absolutely lovely. I think she's 18, Barbie. But Penny, it just shows, she found her in a field. So she has only had her a couple of years, but she's took so much work into her. So when she found her, she was completely unfit and hadn't been ridden for something like 7 years. So she's just been turned away for 7 years, but Penny and her mum brought her back, and they've done such a grand job. She's just beautiful. So I thought she'd be a lovely example of a ridden veteran,
Yep.
but also side saddle, which is really getting more and more popular.
So is there a specific veteran side saddle class, or can you just come in on a veteran horse in a veteran class side saddle?
We have side saddle classes at the national championships, and the Side Saddle Association have their own veteran classes. But you just come in on a side saddle, and you do a normal ridden class, and then the judge will obviously judge you on your turnout. And they don't have to. They'll be one of our panel judges again. So they're looking at the turnout, the picture, the way the pony's going. So yeah.
So you were talking about that suppleness is a really important part of it. How do they judge that?
Well, basically, if they do walk, trot, and canter, they will see. So in a minute, if the ladies are going to trot for us, you can see how supple they are and the way they're going.
Shall I be a show judge now?
You have to get
Okay, ladies, do you want to trot on?
No, you want to get the in-hand's got to come into the middle.
She's got to come into the middle.
No, she doesn't trot round with them.
She'll be absolutely knackered.
Oh no, just poor woman. Right, then you can see the 25-year-old Dublin here with Katie. She's for her age, she's 25, and she's going really well. So the judge will be looking at that, the way she's following her line through. Again, Katie's turnout's immaculate. And just the way
when you say following her line through, what do you mean?
So the way her body is, the way she's working the horse, so it's going through the line.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what they look for as well.
Okay, cool.
Barbie again, it's just the way she's going, her suppleness for her age. She's obviously much younger. Where Dublin's 20, well, she goes into the diamond section now. Bearing in mind, Dublin's also got a very bad skin condition, so she has to constantly monitor that as well.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult for both these girls on keeping these ponies fit and healthy. But yeah, so do you want to ask them to canter and they can do a couple of canters?
Okay. Okay, ladies, shall we go forward to canter? Always wanted to do that.
Did you? There you go, you see now the straight away they're doing it, and this control, the balance. They just look a lovely picture together.
Yes, yeah. He's got a lovely balance canter, isn't he?
Yeah.
Very active hind leg too.
Yeah. Yeah, she's lovely. They're both lovely.
Well, Julianne, thank you. This is absolutely fascinating stuff. I definitely think that I might think about taking one of mine to.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think it'd be a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It's good fun.
Thank you so much for inspiring us all. Join us next time when we'll be putting these veterans through their paces.